What's up, everybody? How are you today? Steve Hammis here from Drive Time. And something interesting happened today that's got me to thinking. So I just wanted to share a quick little video with you concerning how opinions are formed in the automotive industry. And this happened because I posted my review of the 2019 Mazda 3 today. And I never read nor watch any other reviews before I personally test drive the car because I don't want to have my opinion swayed in any way. That's always the way I've approached it. Frankly, I don't care what other people really have to say anyway. I mean, I'm in the business of giving my opinion. And I noticed in the comments section of the video that a lot of people were saying, I appreciate Steve's honesty here and he's going in a different direction than most and blah, blah, blah. Got me to thinking. So I went over to Automotive News, and after every press launch of a vehicle, they post little excerpts from the same group of guys every single time of little snippets of things that they had to say after their initial drive. And so I saw the Mazda, I was like, oh, this is great. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm on the outside looking in, which, it's completely genuine. I don't watch or read these things beforehand. So I always kind of relish those times when I'm kind of the outsider with the opinion that's different than everyone else's. So that's kind of cool. But it got me to thinking, and I don't know if you guys realize this, but how this stuff happens sometimes is quirky. Because, and I'm not picking on any individual. I'm really not. There are some super talented people in this industry who do what I do and do it better than I do it. I completely can come to grips with that. But there are some people out there whose opinions are based on what their colleagues' opinions are. Let me give you an example. When you go on these press junkets, right? So you fly across the country somewhere and you're going to test drive a new model. You fly in and you go to a reception the night before, and there are basically three groups of us out there. So there's the top dog guys, the guys with the names you might recognize, and they either write or do video for, the big national corporations, the big national publications, and that sort of thing. So there's them. And then the next step down are like the YouTuber and video journalists, video TV guys like myself. We're kind of the next step down, or different group, if you will. And then below them and like the low level print journalists and bloggers. I'm not picking on anybody. This is just the way it is for the most part. And so there are these three groups, and you kind of mingle around in your own little social circles at these events, with those same people. And everybody's looking at the big dogs and trying to figure out what they're doing and how cool are they and how can I get into their social and professional circles. This is what happens a lot of times. So you go out the next day and you drive the car. And you pair up with somebody else. Usually I travel with a videographer, so I'm kind of self-contained, but you pair up with another journalist and you go out and you drive to a luncheon spot, and then you swap and you sit there and you tell stories about what you thought the car was like and blah, blah, blah. And most people are just so hyper-focused on the actual drivability of the car that they don't consider anything else. So what happens is so let's say Big Bobby, Big Bobby from the big publication, he goes out there and you'll see him with his drink at the bar and, I thought this car was wonderful. One of the best things I've driven in many, many years. And so all the little hanger-ons who want to try to infiltrate that group, they'll hear him say that, and then they'll start to think to themselves, geez, I didn't think it was that great, but if Big Bobby thought it was awesome, I wonder if I was wrong. Maybe my opinion isn't right. Maybe I need to have my opinion mimic his in order to fit into this circle to elevate my career. And so I see it all the time. It legitimately happens. And so you'll see these reviews, and some of them are almost like plagiarism because they want to fit in and they want to have their opinion valued by the colleagues that they deem are up here while they're somewhere down here trying to get up there. And I'm not calling out anyone by name. I'm really not, because there's nobody in particular I'm really thinking of here, but this is just kind of the general scenario that can happen, that can lead to car reviews that are fake. It's not really what they think. It's they're writing reviews or producing reviews for their colleagues and not for you, their viewers. So you have to be in tune with your viewers. So if you are a motorsports guy and you're test driving the new Mazda 3, then I guess you need to be hyper focused on the steering and the engine and this and that. Whereas if you're test driving this for your viewers who are in the general car buying pool, they're going to want to know a lot about other things than that. And so I always put on my Twitter account header, and please follow me at Drive Time Videos, all one word. I always put, I do reviews for you, not my colleagues, because so many of my colleagues are writing reviews for their colleagues because they want to be a part of a big group of acceptance, and they're afraid to have their opinion fall outside of those boundaries. Again, not calling anybody out, not whining, I'm not complaining. It's just a fact that I thought I would share with you in case you weren't aware that this was going on. So just be careful where you get your reviews from. There are some very trusted sources out there. You find them yourself. You find somebody you like, that you trust, that has values about the car that you're trying to buy that are in line with yours. And it's as easy as that. So anyway, I just thought it was kind of funny. Just wanted to share that little tale with you. Hope you guys are all doing well. I am slowly recovering from this diaphragm injury, which has created all kinds of breathing issues for me. Trying to catch up right now. And the next video we're shooting this week is a really cool piece on the all-new Honda Passport, but one that has been upfitted with a roof tent and off-road tires and side steps and skid plates and all kind of cool stuff like that. So anyway, be good. See ya.